Why? Why, damn it? Fuck me. Fuck me. I did not even mean to have my camera on. And I was like, oh, it's time to hit the button now. And then I hit the fucking button and I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? Okay.
Kind of almost surprised me when you showed up like on the screen all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, look, it's King Kike.
Oh.
Say it again. Say it to my fucking face.
Kaiko Ken.
No, that's good. I just want to know, make sure that's where we're going with that.
I want a Jewish Dragon Ball Z. That's what I want.
Hell yeah. Fucking put it in AI. What's going on, everybody? I've been gorn for a while, and it is 9:46 now on a fucking Wednesday, which is not when I do these. Hi, Kat. Hi, everybody. Hi. Look, it's What's the Takeaway again, Christian Carpenter, and I reversed their names. There's Guru. There's a lot of people, and the Loop Goblin may be stopping by. You haven't met him yet. He's new. We're not insulting Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is cool. We're cool kids. Did you see DBZ Abridged is back?
I just think it would be hilarious to have an overtly racist Dragon Ball Z, like not just Mr. Popo, but like actually all of them.
I know you sent me Korean. Was it Yamcha? What? No, it wasn't Yamcha. Who the fuck was it? Korean. The fucking. Oh, hold on. My wife's about to yell at me. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so I get all right. Well, so I guess that's happening right now. So I guess we'll just take a look at chat. That's interesting. Aren't families freaking just great? Hey guys. But adult things to do. Okay.
I have to go retrieve things for my wife. I'll be right back. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, all right. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I'll just sit here with my dick in my hands and entertain myself, I guess.
Yeah. That's a violation.
All right.
It's a technical foul. All right. No, she's with the baby, and he's sleeping, so she can't just like get up and then because he'll wake up. So I have to go retrieve things.
I do think, I'll just entertain myself.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm good. I'm good at monologues anyway. So, I'm having a hard time placing it. Maybe anyone else can probably help me with this, especially anyone from the, actual 80s, 90s era of anime, which of course I remember very fondly. But I tend to think that Mr. Popo probably, I think without exception, is definitively the most racist animated portrayal in pretty much all of Japanese culture. Now, if anyone has a character which is a correction to that, feel free. If anyone can propose a more racist character to ever exist in all of Japanese anime, I would be interested to hear it. Pokemon not included, because Will's not here and I can say this. Pokemon isn't even anime. It's just a cartoon that they made to sell toys. So, Bubblegum Crisis. My God, Guru, that is old school. Bubblegum Crisis is super old school. I think I was Oh my God, I was probably in high school, I think, when Bubblegum Crisis came out. Yeah. It was a big deal too when I remember the transition from VHSs, because VHS was the primary method of putting out media, and then DVDs came over, and we all had to rebuy all our anime and DVDs and stuff like that with extra bonus features and all that. Anime is satanic.
Bonus hole. What's going on?
I don't think anime is satanic. I think that's a bit of a wide reach.
I mean,
I'm not to say that some anime isn't definitively satanic, but to throw it all under the same umbrella, I think is a bit of a long reach. So
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. So you just figure you can just step in and interrupt me while I take the time to fill air while you're gone. Okay. All right. Sure. Hi.
I do. And fuck you. Anyway, so I went to Maine to have a rousing game of chess with a Dr. Segmento, aka fucking Merlin, and that didn't happen. So I went to the beach, and now I'm back. I worked for 2 nights, and it was hell. I got written up. I was only there for 1 day, and the next day that I came back, they're like, "Oh, you got a write up," and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds about right."
Oh, well, careful. 1,000 of those and you might get suspended or something.
It's like, yeah, if you get in trouble again, you won't be able to give medication. Oh, you mean like half my job? So I'll still get paid to come here, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, doesn't sound like much of a threat. Kind of sounds like you're going to reward me for not doing my job correctly.
Welcome to corporate America.
Everything's been corporatized.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if anyone ever wants to know why everything is so retarded in every single sphere you go to, corporate America did that. So,
And the government's corporatized. Everything is.
Is this the Snow White and the 7 particular individuals show? I didn't see the thumbnail.
Yes, it is.
Okay, outstanding.
No, it's Off-White and the several individuals in the situation, I think. But the thumbnail says something different. I was in a hurry.
You know what won't insult this white man? Coffee brand coffee.
I'm not political, but fuck Joe Biden. What? The fuck did you say to me? Yeah, I don't get Jeremy. He's an interesting soul. We don't really have anything to do tonight. I did have an interesting James O'Keefe video I wanted to grab, so I'm going to go on.
Didn't we say we were going to do a little expose of just the dumbest bitch that ever fucking lived? That I sent you that clip a while back, a couple weeks ago.
Oh my fucking god! Yeah, I have to go find it though.
Just the dumbest whore that ever existed.
Oh, cool. Underwater Smokey. Check your fucking voice modulator.
Oh, all right.
Submersible, Carl.
Okay.
We all live in a yellow submarine. I text all this. I send all this shit to myself. Where am I? Who are you? What's going on? That's my mother. No, that's not me. Kind of looks like me a little bit, but not really. Okay.
That was. Oh, I talked about how King Kai went trans. That's right. That's what that was.
Oh yeah, King Kai went trans. Yeah, that's true. Okay. It's a liberal hive mind video, but we're not actually here for his. We're just gonna watch the clipped version of all that shit. What's going on around here? Oh, just fucking pulling my pud. What's up with you? Yeah, I'm not really doing anything tonight. This is my first night off since I've been back, so I'm just shooting the shit with Carlbot AI here. And I need to zoom that in and share the audio, and here we go. Hooray! Oh, there we are. Okay. Check this out.
All right.
Can we talk afterwards?
What a fucking weirdo. Doesn't he look like that dude from New Girl or whatever the fuck it's called? You know, who's that girl? It's just, no? Okay,
Yeah, I
whatever.
don't
Fuck
know
you.
what you're talking about.
I'm fucking old. Anyway.
What's up? I'd like to talk to you. I'll talk to you. My wrist jealous. I don't think you belong here. I'm gonna tell you why not. Because you're a conservative, right? So you have conservative leanings, right? I believe in the First Amendment.
Sorry. There's a part here that I want everyone to see, and it's just the screenshot.
Okay, got it. I understand. This is our town. Okay, I'm a resident of the state. I got it. I understand. Do you have any kids in the school system here?
Listen, you better get the fuck out of here. Why is that? Because if you don't, I'm gonna fuck your dog. What is this? Because if you don't get your ass out of here, I'm gonna fuck your dog. Anyway.
No, got it. Yeah, and there lies my point. Okay.
So do you have kids?
I don't have kids.
The mayor of this town?
I am the mayor.
Boop, 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 boop. What? You can't be here. Why? Fucking camera sucks. You can't be here. Why? Because you don't have fucking kids in the school system. Do you? Well, no, but what? What?
Okay.
And it's
So-
my job,
Yeah.
right? It's my job to interact with the board insofar as keeping kids safe, right? And it's my firm opinion, the undue.
There's a huge kicker here.
Has anyone noticed that kids have gotten particularly less safe since the government started saying they were getting involved to make them safe? It's kind of weird how that works, isn't it?
We're gonna keep your kids safe. How? Oh, I don't know. Whatever, man.
We're just like saying it.
Fucking pronouns or something. Oh, I don't fucking know what's
We'll
going on.
teach them pronouns. Yeah, that'll keep them safe.
Dude, that fucking bump of coke that I did earlier is wearing off. I want to go in the bathroom real quick and catch up with you in a second. Just fucking. Oh. Yeah. So anyway, these fucking kids, right?
How do we get a whole bunch of atheists to ignore consent laws? We'll just make trannies a thing.
I'm gonna give you a real big hint. Nobody gives a fuck about anyone's kids. It's your job to give a fuck about your kids and not make it not make it everyone else's fucking
demanding society to give a shit about your children. You've lost the plot. Okay.
So my son is officially 2. When he's having a tantrum in a public setting where he absolutely cannot have a fucking tantrum. It's one thing at Sky Zone or something, right? With the kids and the trampolines and all that bullshit, right? Where you can just like kind of distract him after the fact. But when we're at a fucking nice restaurant, right? And one of the fucking country club areas of fucking Wells there, and he's having a goddamn meltdown, you take the little fucker, you stand him outside the building and say, we're going to have a timeout. And you're going to stand here until you're done fucking melting down. I don't say it like that, but that's just how it goes. And then he stops having a fucking tantrum, and then you bring him back inside the building. If it recurs, then guess what? We're going up to the fucking car. Is it inconvenient? Yes, but you had the fucking kid. You had the fucking kid. You fucking parent the goddamn fucking kid.
No, that's all wrong. Everything you just said is all completely wrong.
Carl, how many kids do you have? Oh, no, none? Okay, fuck off.
Which is exactly what makes me so strongly opinionated as to how to raise them.
Right. Let me guess. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them.
So what you're supposed to do is get up from the table and go make a phone call to CPS, because we know that only the government has any real understanding of how to raise children, and that they are the real parents. You're just the custodians. So you should.
I'd like to report my child.
Yes, you should call the cops. You should call the cops and have them show up and engage in the parenting, because the government wants to be the parent of everyone. So
right. I'm preparing him for how it is in real life, where if you don't do what you're supposed to do, the government will come in and fuck you in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Figuratively or literally, it's really up to you. Whatever you don't prefer, that's what they're gonna do. If you want it, they won't give it to you the cool way. But Anyway, enough fucking kids in the ass. Carl, why do you always bring me to this place? What the fuck is the matter with you? Anyway,
that you've brought here,
How did I bring chaos?
you are making people feel unsafe
How so?
because there is no reason for anybody in any of these schools to feel.
can we just look at this really quick?
So this, just to be clear, this isn't a skit or something that's been mocked up. Is this a
James
real?
O'Keefe went to a school board in a town where he resides.
So
And
this
then
is a real. This is not a spoof. This is a real interaction between two human beings. Okay,
he's just like, you know what, worked slow recently, and you know what's funny is this is the same problem that I have with anything that I've ever done on the internet. James just went to a school board meeting tonight, brought his fucking camera guy with him and his microphone, and this was just a regular fucking Tuesday night for him, and he didn't put any effort into this. This video itself has millions of views, like 3-point-something million fucking views on his account. The shit with the COVID and all that other fucking shit didn't get nearly as many views as this did. And he didn't like plan to be like, oh, I'm going to blow the lid off of this shit. In fact, nothing really happened at this school board meeting. This video just fucking exploded for no fucking reason with little effort. But hold on. I want to freeze this guy.
What are you looking at? You looking over here? Got it. The guy who called me a commie.
You're not making any sense. I'm a reporter asking questions, which is my First Amendment.
Okay. So I just want to point out that this guy is so fucking short, right? That it looks like the starting screen for a Pokemon battle from like Red version. He doesn't look like a person. He looks like a low resolution 8-bit back sprite in fucking Pokemon Red. How tall is James O'Keefe? I want to look this shit up. Hold on. James O'Keefe height. Okay.
Looks like Dawson versus Ken.
Okay, so he references. So he's 6'1", so he's the same height as me. And so this guy, so he's like what, 5'1", 4 feet tall. He's one of the several individuals, Carl.
Got it. Yeah. Definitely an individual. Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely an individual of some kind. Mayor douchebag used insight.
Right.
Got it. Your First Amendment right. Got it.
Does that matter to you?
No, of course it matters to me.
Why does the First Amendment matter to you?
You make children feel intimidated here, and it's pathetic.
What do you think about Lavender, the person who is banging mannequins? We knocked on the door. Looking for Austin McCaffrey? Lavender was eating babies and screwing mannequins online. Do you know about that? Do you know the school district fired them? You know exactly who Lavender is.
Oh,
Thing fucked up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it was funny. That Lavender fucking person was banging mannequins and eating babies or whatever the fuck. That video's out there. Oh, I gotta fix my AC. I have a fucking thumbtack it doesn't matter, but it's jury rigged. Give me 1 second. There we go. Fuck's sake.
you did hear about how California is trying to write legislation to literally kidnap children and chop off their junk, right? Heard about that?
That's fine. Sure.
It's in the works. It's in there. They're trying to, can't seem to pass any legislation for functional infrastructure, but when it comes to tranny kids, they're all over it.
Is there anyone in California that isn't a pedophile? I mean, you're the fucking expert. Why don't you
Nope. Just all banging kids all the time.
It's just wall-to-wall pedophiles.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Nonstop. Yep.
Yeah, never stops.
Never stops.
Can't stop, and they won't stop.
In fact, even if you're not one, they'll try and find a way to make you one. So
Yeah, whatever they gotta do, just
whatever they gotta do. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna make it mainstream. Well, 95% of the prison population are pedophiles, so fuck it, let's legalize it. They need, drain the fucking the penitentiaries,
Yeah.
Hugs, not drugs.
I miss Mike.
I think a big problem is really the culture and America at large needs to get shaken off of the whole sexual assault witch hunt that it's currently fucking engaging in, because it's just a complete and utter ridiculous clown show. Really, it is.
Oh yeah, there's a guy around here who's probably a fucking pedophile. Probably. So I wanted to talk about this briefly. So this is fucking guy that I used to work with a decade ago at fucking Walmart, right? When I was like a fucking teenager.
Oh, is this the ice cream guy you're talking about?
This is the ice cream guy.
Oh, outstanding. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty on the nose when you own an ice cream truck and child pornography. It's like, yeah, well, And so this guy used to run an ice cream truck, and then he was following some fucking middle schooler around or something. And then he was like, well, I'll just work at Walmart. And Carl, he's one of yours. He's from California. He's from San Diego. The fucking cunt. And so he's gotten more attention because he's been filming women in public, which, by the way, isn't illegal, right? But Carl, there's
not even a little bit illegal. Yep.
No, but he's got a stalking charge right now. He just got a brand new one, like yesterday.
Oh, okay.
In
all
fucking
right.
Saratoga. Dude's name is Chuck Ross. This is all public information. Chuck Ross. He because he's got the stalking charge because he he happened to film the same woman twice. But the thing is, with the second video, somebody's driving a car and he's in the passenger seat, and he is slowly they're creeping around filming her jog, which is weird, but she's in public, so I don't think it's illegal, necessarily speaking. And I think that they'll probably end up getting away with it. But this is what I keep telling people is like, so there's other stuff that I didn't tell you.
Well, here's the. Let me just say something about that real quick. There's a lot of creepy things people can do that are perfectly legal, and the reason you have to be okay with that is because the alternative is not an improvement. Like
the same right that gives people the right to film the police in public is the same right that gives people the right to film female joggers and their fucking sports bras running in public.
Anytime, and this is the thing that I think, particularly America as well as most of the Western world has completely lost the plot. When you legislate something, you are doing damage to some sort of civil liberty. So you want to make sure that what you're outlawing is really not destroying humanity or completely eliminating appropriate levels of civil liberty just for the sake for you to eliminate a singular anecdote that you don't like. It's not like the way that people react to it these days. Let me give you a quick example. There was this older lady who lives in an HOA community, and I saw this clip online. And one of the families, the neighbor children of the families, was out in the road playing with the sprinklers or the hose or something like that. Now, they live in a community where their utilities are included in their month-to-month rent. So if the utilities take a massive spike, then all of these people are liable to have an increase in their rent. So the old lady, in preparation for wanting to be able to show the landlord where the potential extra water usage is going, she decides to videotape the children playing with the hose in the front of, the property or the complex or wherever it is. Now, this, of course, is a perfectly reasonable thing to expect for her to be able to say, hey, if you're wondering why the water bill has suddenly increased. Well, here's kids, that they're in this unit who are playing, with the hose and probably running up the water utilities. Not a huge deal, not a giant deal. Probably should have just happened in passing, and no one should have even thought about it. Only would have been an issue if the landlord brought it up. Didn't need to be a huge deal. Well, anyway, this filthy, disgusting gutter rat single mother comes out and decides to start going at the old lady for videotaping her children, clearly insinuating that it's for the purpose of some sort of sexual molestation intention, when it very, very clearly isn't. But she got away
It was
with
just some woman kind of being a little bit of a Karen.
Correct. And probably should have just been let go in passing if any of these people had cooler heads or any level of
another
rationality.
reason not to live
But
in a neighborhood with an
instead of accepting the very rational and reasonable explanation of what was going on, she proceeds to basically accuse this old woman of being a pedophile for videotaping her children using the hose. So when it's gotten to that point and you're all so sick in the head, like you're so obsessed with the boogeyman, in the closet, that you're just every person around you is just waiting to rape your kids. This is not a healthy environment or society. And the idea, the narrative that's been sold that you were all so unsafe, and there's all these people that are intending to just hurt you right around every corner, and everyone wants to rape your kids. This cultural narrative is destroying the essence of humanity, and it's also destroying the cohesion of communities. It really is a stupid, disgusting abomination that the state has pulled off on ignorant, stupid people and moron parents. It really is sad.
So let me add the new caveat here for Chuckles. So while I was on vacation, I got an update from one of the internet sleuths that's working, because I know this guy personally, and these people don't know him other than from the incidents on the internet that have now gone viral in my local community. So apparently he's a full-on pornographer, right? And he had 3 videos that he had published under the pseudonym Rex Thorne, right? 2 of them were with perfectly legal adults. It was just, if anyone's interested, it was just, normal throat goat stuff. But the third one, I didn't watch it. Somebody else sent me the PG-13 version of this, just so that I could see the 2 individuals that are in question here. At the time, according to the person that I got, and this person matched the information with the information they were given by the alleged victims. They were underage. They were in middle school, and they were in this pornographic film that has now been completely erased from existence. But there are copies of it that exist for legal reasons and nothing else. So it's very likely that this dude,
quote unquote legal reasons. Yes, sure.
Shut the fuck up. All I have is the first part where you can see the 2 girls and they're not in it's not the non-child porn version that just identifies the victims. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I got you.
Fucking
right.
Weird. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the point is, this dude probably, if he doesn't fuck kids, he films kids fucking or underage people. Everybody draws their line somewhere else, I guess. But the point is that this dude is probably no good. Everyone's going about it the wrong fucking way. They're going to make a martyr of him. They're going to set up precedent that shows that he's been, accosted for doing perfectly legal things. He'll probably win a suit against the fucking police department, and you're going to make this guy a fucking billionaire. You're doing it wrong. Stop.
Yeah.
Hold your fire. There are better ways to go about this. And if you're going to do something about it, you should probably catfish the bastard.
Well, yes, and preferably in tandem with law enforcement, so something actually happens with it. Yes.
Yeah, not with your fucking garbage.
Right. Not with your garbage little YouTube team channel that never
Yeah,
ever really
there's
gets
all these
anything to stick.
Facebook sleuths out there, and I'm just like, okay. And they were getting mad at me for asking questions too. Because they were like, well, you defending this guy? No, I think he probably is a fucking legitimate pedophile based on what you give me. But do you want to get this guy or not?
Right. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that is the ploy. Yeah, and that is the ploy. Sadly, I think a lot of people miss out on. There is a lot of support for certain. I don't know. I guess you would call them the predator catcher channels on YouTube, the ones that have kind of taken up the work of, Chris Hansen and all of that type of shit and do similar things, but they're not interested in actually catching these people or putting them away. There's a method of which to go about it to do that. The problem is that method doesn't make good content, so they don't do it. It's not about protecting children. It's about pretending to protect children so you can get views and money.
That's a lot of these internet sleuths in the Facebook group are getting off on the fact that they think that they're fucking Bruce Wayne or something. And that's fucking stupid too.
It's very cringe at times. Yeah, it is.
But I have
although I will admit the most entertaining thing that I think I've probably ever seen is when predator catchers have beef with each other, because what ends up being unveiled is just hilarious.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that.
Yeah, like the one fat guy who found out that he was using actual children in his bait photos he was sending to predators. That's fucking great.
Or not incredibly intelligent individuals. In situation.
And they ask him about it, like, hey, why are you using, actual like half naked kids to like send to these predators? Like, oh, they're my friends.
Yeah. You're friends with children that you asked to pose suggestively in a sexual manner for people that you suspect of being pedophiles.
The plot was just completely lost in that moment. It was amazing.
As you do.
No, it's okay to collect naked pictures of mine. They're my friends.
They're just my friends. Don't worry about it. Well, you don't have naked pictures of your friends that are underage also? You gay? Anyway, do you mind if I open it up?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is, but he asked, so it could be a troll, it might not. I did invite some randos, so
sure, why not?
All right, let me fix this fucking air conditioner one more fucking time. I'm so sick of this goddamn thing. I'll be glad when it's full on fall and I can just open my window and that'll be my ventilation. But
yeah, I actually also very much look forward to that. I'm done with summer. I'm sick of it. It's just gross.
I'm good with it. I need to get a new air conditioner, but I'm waiting for them to go on sale because like the season's almost over anyway. So just give me 1 second. I'm dirty, rotten cock shock. They should call air company and have Norn come in and rub my sweat folds. Let me find my earbud situation. Here we go. Cut my own fucking balls off with a red gourd sword.
I'm not dead, fuckers.
I told you.
I'm so glad we got that immortalized. It's amazing.
Yeah. Wasn't he doing a podcast with Norm Macdonald live from heaven? Are you fucking kidding me, air conditioner? You fucking cunt.
I did send you that clip, and I'm like live from heaven. It was Norman Gilbert.
Yeah, I gotta go beat the shit out of this fucking thing. You fucking cocksucker. I taped you in place for a reason.
I think all the good comedians are basically dead. You know what would be awesome? It would be awesome to see a brand new stand-up special from freaking. Okay, we'll just keep whining, I guess.
N-word.
I would love to see a fresh stand-up from Eddie Murphy, like now in his 60s or something. I think it would be freaking hilarious. I think it would be like old school Richard Pryor. I want to see that. I want that to be a thing. I want Eddie Murphy to do a stand-up again. And the only reason I think he won't do it is because his one stand-up, Raw, I think it was, is like the highest grossing of all stand-ups of all time, and I think he just wants to keep that record going and not tarnish it with a new one. But it would be epic. I would love it.
I posted the link, fucker. She fucking get in here then.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, me either. Charge their phone. Hurry up.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on with Lavender and the fucking.
Oh, by the way, since Kat's here, can I share the compliment I gave about Kat the other day? I'm sure it doesn't get many of them. Kat, wanted to give you kudos because I think you're the only tranny I've ever dealt with that didn't absolutely lose their mind from a improper use of pronoun or something. So I appreciate the fact that you're not a petty cunt, even though you're a tranny. I just wanted to throw that out there.
No, Guri, you can come in if you want. What's going on, Bendigo? What's happening?
Hello, Bendigo.
It's fucking Neb.
Oh, is it Neb?
It's Neb.
How's it going?
Oh, here we go.
Neb, good to see you, man. How you been?
Yeah, good. How are you boys?
Yeah, doing all right, man. Doing all right. Good to hear from you.
Good. You too, man. Yeah, I thought I'd put a little Easter egg. Will would understand.
I do.
So he got it immediately.
I did.
It's good.
Son of a
How's your
bitch.
little one?
He's good. He's 2. So
it's good, bro. Far
he
out.
just
It's
learned.
crazy.
He just learned the word no, and everything is no now, even when it's yes. So he's like a college co-ed in that way. You know what I mean?
I thought he would have learned the word like going.
No means no, but it also sometimes almost always means yes. So, and it's just kind of like I go, hey buddy, are you hungry? No. And then I hand him a chicken nugget and he's like, fuck you. Use your words properly. God damn it.
How about you, Smokey, bro? What's been happening, man?
Yeah, doing good, man. Just busy at business and kind of retrofitting my house. I got a few kind of major projects I'm working on, so it's taken a lot of time and energy and effort and resources. But once I'm done with it, man, I'm going to be comfortable, going to have my own little compound set up. Hopefully the business will be the point where I can kind of step away and it'll just be recurring income. And I can just, sit around and study and talk theology and debate and do all that shit I wanted to do. So just laying some groundwork for, of course, me and William and my godson and everyone, and getting some ducks in a row, and then, come back with a vengeance,
The boy likes ducks.
Bro.
So
I tried adding Will, bro. I did this crazy search on the internet trying to find Will's user. And I added you, but you never accepted me on Discord like a week ago. Yeah, I removed that bar because I'm like, this guy's probably not active. Because I was trying to reach out to Smokey because I'm like, where's this guy, bro? You know?
Better make sure Neb is in the Discord, William.
Like the cult Discord?
Yes. Why would Neb not be in there?
I don't know. Maybe he is and he's just never active on the call.
Well, anyway, make sure.
Let me look.
Yeah,
maybe
sure
after
Neb,
if you want. After put it in the chat.
Make sure Neb does get the invite though. Either way.
Well, you know how cult business works. We got to do all the voting shit. It'd be a formality, I think, at this point. But
put it in the chat if you want after Will, and I'll join up.
Yeah,
gotta vet him.
I know we have to vet him. I think maybe he's already in though.
No, bro.
No. Okay.
No,
well,
Neb. I vouch for Neb.
All right. Well, we'll put you in the cult or in the community one. So that's where everyone is anyway, and then we'll do.
Neb has been old school part of this stuff from the beginning, even when the Sam Shamoon stuff was all happening and the Nicholas being a retard and all that. Neb's old school. Neb's absolutely a trusted member.
We would add a new cult member.
Hey, no yawning.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking tired. I had a long day. I went into work last night at 10 o'clock and I got out at fucking 8 a.m. this morning.
Oh, good Lord. That's right. You do work today. Ugh.
No, I did work. Yeah. This is my first night off since I got back. So
You still doing the same thing, Will?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Still doing the same thing. I would fucking kill myself.
I
Why
found
is it
out
green?
in Australia,
Never know that one.
bro. I found out your job in Australia, man. They get like overnight, bro. They get paid like 40 to 60 an hour. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Aussie dollars, so it's probably like 30, 40 bucks.
Oh, dollary dues. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dollary too.
Dingo dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dollar bucks.
Well, did you forward that package I gave you?
I haven't been home.
Ah!
I went to Maine. I'll do it this week. I got
I was gonna
postage.
say it's been a month and a half.
I know. I'm a lazy cunt. I'll do it. I'll do it this week.
You need to get me an alternative address.
I'm constantly waiting on packages for William. He never sends them.
Yeah, well, good thing it's not perishable. But still, the poor thing would have been dead by now.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ship fucking Kincaid. I'm gonna ship you a bag full of opened eggs and rotten chicken meat, and I'm just gonna shove it in a box and send it to you.
Will, did you send that package? No. Will, it was a month and a half ago. I filled it with gerbils.
No. Actually, I was looking for a way to sell a bottle of bourbon.
Yo,
But
oh my goodness.
The freak, I was while I was on vacation, I was watching a Sticks Hex and Hammer video while I was taking a dump, as you do. And the freak was in there, and I was like, yo, it's the freak. So I had Sticks shout out the freak in his chat. And I sent Carl the video of the super chat and whatever, because I thought it was funny.
I saw that. It was funny.
Yeah. The Grand Exalted Owl.
The Grand Exalted Owl. I love that. Yeah.
I got him to call Carl the Grand Exalted Owl. Carl
I still want to get those tumblers made.
Yeah, I know. We gotta do more stuff. I'm planning on doing like a real professional stream once a month. I want to do it. I got the studio. I got all the stuff. I'm gonna get a vape that's in the shape of a pipe because I feel like being super pretentious.
I'm currently building my studio, and it's gonna be a doozy.
Nice.
He was gonna build it in the ground like my Hobbit hole. He's like,
I was going to have a Hobbit studio, and then I figured out, wait a minute, how am I going to get Wi-Fi signal if I do this? So I've kind of figured out an alternative.
I'm gonna get a shovel and start digging. I'm a dwarf on a hole.
I was absolutely going to do that, but now I think I have a better idea, so I'm going to do that.
His backyard is fucking phenomenal. It's like a Garden of Eden. He's got fucking fruit tree in there. There's a biblically accurate angel out there with a flaming sword facing east or whatever the fuck. It's made out of unbaptized children. He found laying around because California.
You know what? There's nothing better than being able to walk around in your own backyard naked, just randomly eating fruit off the trees. It's the full Garden of Eden experience. It's outstanding. I recommend everyone try it.
That's a technical.
Well, I got 10 acres worth, but I ain't going no butt ass naked. That's for sure.
Oh, you're missing out, Guru. But okay.
No.
I don't even have a fence, and I do that. I just go outside naked.
No, God would go blind if I went out naked.
I live in shitty water feature New York. Nobody cares. They just think I'm on fentanyl.
I wish. Send me some, Will.
Fentanyl? Jesus Christ.
I know.
Yeah, you have to talk to Megs about that if you want fentanyl.
Or fleas. Anyway,
yeah.
Herpes, other assorted venereal diseases. Anyway.
Well, I've got a cat anyway, so she gives me fleas anyways.
So just to make sure everyone was familiar with that part of the lore, because fuck Megs. She just to make sure everyone's clear when we have that inside joke about Megs and fleas, it's because she apparently dated a really nasty boyfriend who apparently never bathed and then came into her house and gave her and her rabbit fleas, and she had to beg for money to get fumigation services.
Could have been worse.
True story, not a lie, actually happened. Fuck you, Megs.
I had a lady who came into our store one time, and she was buying head lice medication and beer. Granted, this was 20 years ago.
As you do.
And she didn't have enough money. You know what she did? She bought the beer. I looked at her, and you literally could see the headlights crawling through her hair.
Sounds about right for Michigan.
My God. Kiss
Oh my
my
God.
grits, Will.
Isn't that what happened in Knock?
I don't
was it
know.
Knock? Are you sure it was a
No,
lady?
it wasn't Knock. No, it wasn't Knock.
Oh, may Knock rest in peace. I hear he hasn't streamed for a month, so he's probably dead. So
Yeah,
may
he's
his soul
dead.
rest in peace.
That's
Yeah.
canon. Hold on, let's see if he's dead.
No, he's probably actually working for once, and it's probably killing his legs.
Well, wait a minute. We all know that's not true. So I mean,
Probably shut his internet off 1 month ago. Yeah, there it is.
No, he was active recently. He done a stream regarding Khalil or Justin on this Christian channel.
Another one?
No, it was more like an interview thing. So there's this Christian channel. They do like
Who in the name?
truth.
Who in the name of
or-
Almighty Christ would want to interview Knock about anything?
Yeah, they interviewed him, an atheist, and someone else. It's like truth. So, hang on, let me just find it real quick. It's a decent channel. They just interviewed random people about him.
All right. Well, Schrodinger's Knock. I guess he's alive then.
So are you gonna be home for the next couple weeks, Will?
No.
Well, you know what I mean. You're not going any more traveling.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on what of my vacation. See, there it is, Carl. Snow White, the 7 particular individuals.
Yeah.
Parentheses in the situation.
That's outstanding. Well done. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to send a very delicate package to you. I'm afraid I don't want to get broke like the last one I sent.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal is. With
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Q. What's going on? Oh,
Hey,
Neb
Q.
left.
Hey, Quinn.
He'll be back, though. He's probably just getting a link to the video he wants to show us.
Linky.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling out tonight. Just kind of.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. Here, I could probably get rid of this for now until he gets back. It's eating up bandwidth, which shouldn't be a problem. Like, I literally just did a speed test. I mean, I'll do one right now just to see where it's at while I'm streaming.
Oh shoot! I don't even want to think about that. My internet just went out. It always does it at nighttime for some stupid reason. Never does it during the day. Always at night, like 5-6 times. But, dang, come on.
What internet provider do you have?
It was CenturyLink. Now they call themselves Brightspeed. Or like Bright sucks.
That's why they suck.
I know.
I got 241. I got 241.7 down and 10.7 up.
Ooh,
so
nice. We just had Spectrum and Charter after 13 years of me bugging them at their office. Finally, are putting lines in down our road. So I might actually
good.
get that.
Spectrum, wonderful.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, Spectrum is the worst. That's the worst thing you could probably get.
No, I'm paying about $100 a month, and I'm getting 3 megabytes per second down, and like 5 up, like barely nothing.
Oh my god! For $100 a month?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, we're paying $250 because my mom has her dish network, and then we have the landline.
Holy crap! That's bad.
Yeah, tell me about it. And everybody's like, "Oh, you can switch." It's like, yeah, well, the grass is not necessarily greener on the other side. God knows.
Skim through it if you want, Will. You'll find his parts talking.
Ooh, we got stuff.
This was 11 days ago, though.
Yeah. But it was put together 11 days ago. So who knows when this was recorded?
Right. He could be dead still.
Maybe.
It's possible he died. Knock, if you're watching, tell us you're alive. If you're not, then you're dead. And that's canon.
And I'm definitely going to go piss on your grave.
No, didn't we say we were going to pour a Bud Light out for him?
I mean, you might as well be pissing on it at that point.
Exactly. I don't want to catch a charge.
I'm gonna go pour a whole case of Bud Light over his tombstone. That's a good idea.
It's what he would have wanted.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Shit, I'll pour a bottle of vodka over his.
Here we go. Don't
Well, now you just wasted good vodka, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't drink that. I don't drink that shit.
It was something I couldn't stomach. I made my video about it, and it might be hard to see. I'm going to try to zoom in on it for you guys. But Justin changed his name to Khalil Allah and has Justin in parentheses now. I'm sorry, dude, but you're Justin.
Okay, well then you're.
Ronnie. Yeah, I mean, this is a little late in the day to be taking a moral posture over someone's decision of naming. Knock, that's pretty sharp. Wow,
It doesn't hold the same standard to like trans, right? So it's like
you can't identify
Wow,
with anything
wait.
you want.
You're surprised that Knock's not holding the same standards to
I
people
know,
that you...
right? Yeah, are we really
Wow.
surprised that Knock isn't consistent? Yeah, really.
I can't believe we're
Holy
still talking
shit.
about this guy. We were just joking about how he's probably.
Thank you,
dead.
Will. I was just gonna say that.
I know.
I think it hit us hard, especially anybody that knew who he was, had any association with him. Unless you were privy to like the background conversations going on with the Muslims.
So it's like,
hey, Knock.
it's like,
Wait, I have a question for Knock. When you're looking at a pedophile, are you also looking at not a pedophile?
yeah, because according to the documents, he was diddling kids allegedly. He was diddling kids when he was an atheist, not when he was a Muslim. So,
Shonda.
I think it happened after as well, bro. From what I recall.
I know. Well, before, during, after, he was a real Muslim. He was a fake Muslim. He was, it's whatever you want to believe, man.
I know a couple atheists had seen what was going on in Discord, have approached me several times since he came out.
Several times.
Like, it was more like 2 times, but that's several damn.
Sure. Sorry, I'm just.
There it goes. Yep. My brain stopped.
Yeah.
Since I made my video. So when you have somebody that position themselves as a warrior in this battle, somebody that's going to represent atheism, somebody that's going to represent normalizing atheism, which is a fight. And then
Oh, look, he cleaned his floor for this video. Very good.
that person converts.
He does have pictures of his daughter in the background, which is, Big L.
Well, atheists should take issue with that.
With her fucking full name on a thing in the background.
I'm not saying a thing.
It's right. It's literally right there. So, whatever.
Atheists should try to
Smokey, why are you putting my daughter on the internet?
understand that. It's one thing when Christians go around saying, "Hey, I'm a former atheist." Like that's what all Christians say now. But to actually see this up and coming YouTube atheist just convert right before our eyes, and not even to the lesser of three.
God damn it! This is the same guy who bitches and moans about Christians, discrediting atheist personal experiences and their histories, and then he just turns around and does the exact same thing he claims to despise. What a truly disaster thing this is. Like I wish to God that he would be given just a little monicum of self-awareness to realize how ridiculous he is all the time, how he's constantly doing the very thing he claims to say that he hates. It's just, oh my God, it's infuriating. It really is.
It's Piss Baby of the Week, nigga.
He's always Piss Baby of the Week. It's great. Yeah.
But see, what you're saying, Smokey, requires him to be able to understand what self-reflection is, which just is not possible.
And that's shocking for someone who claims to get on the internet and speak about things that make sense or have a political agenda or a religious agenda or whatever the hell it is he thinks he has, to be this confused, to be this completely ideologically and morally backwards every goddamn day of his life, and then to think that his opinion will have any intrinsic value to any other human being on the planet. It's just, the delusion is absolutely staggering. It really, truly is.
Listen,
Could you imagine?
his experience with God, by the way, is a homeless man died in front of his house once. That's literally the too long didn't read version of what happened. A homeless guy came up to his house and he knocked on the door and he's like, "Oh, I thought this was my house." And Knock's like, "No." He's like, "All right, man." And then he like pissed in a tree. He pissed in a tree and then he walked a couple of steps and he had a heart attack. But before that, Knock heard a voice in his head that went, "This guy's gonna die." And so Jesus.
Like, no, sir, this is my low income apartment, not yours.
I know they all look the same on this block, man. It's really
Could you imagine him like, bro? Do you even ever have self reflection? He'll be like, dude, I own heaps of mirrors. What do you mean? Like, he doesn't have a fucking idea.
My question is was this during, before, or after he was in that gang that he talks about being in?
Oh,
the black person's gang.
The folk nation.
Yeah, the black people's gang.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that because he erased everything from the internet in shame. He says it's because he wants to move on from his persona, and it's like, no, man, that was 100% you. But whatever, GG, no re. Fuck it, I'm gonna play it. I don't care.
French kissing my daughter.
Do it.
French kissing my daughter. I'm molesting my daughter?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It's
funny is that
it's
kind of looks like
still-
his actual house.
It's still my favorite. It's still my favorite. That's my favorite one.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
I like the computer one when
Oh yeah,
that one was hectic, bro.
Oh yeah, the computer one. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that one was mine. See, the one we just played was Will's, and that one was mine. So yeah, we've got a mix here. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I just like it because I remember having computers that are old.
Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, if you're going to follow the Abrahamic God, but to choose the most evil of the evils, which would be Islam, in my opinion. I will talk about how goddamn important this movement is, and it's too important for you to play around with it, Khalil Allah. I try to be more understanding after that, but
outside of the set of all contingent things, well, then
I wonder if he's gonna play the car, not a car thing. I don't have
No,
that.
they don't play it here. No.
Oh, they should have.
This is just
That would've been
randoms interviewing.
That would have
about
been
that.
more representative of Knox's relationship with Khalil than anything. To me,
Yeah, true.
I don't have that fucking clip anymore.
You don't have it? Oh man, that was
No,
so
I
good.
had to clear out my dock because there was too much shit. But yeah,
I just remember the fax machine. You
Yeah,
know,
that was the
like
yeah, that was the one that we were talking about a second ago.
contingent things. It would be the set.
No,
of
yeah, I'm
all
following you
contingent
there.
things minus
Yeah, all right.
one.
I'm following you there.
Okay.
After that, but
So that
it's something that I've never been able
You know
to
what's funny
understand.
about that video that they just played? That was spurred on by Car Not a Car. That was
that's
Knox's
true.
discussion
Yeah.
with Khalil on the basis that he didn't know a fucking thing about philosophy.
Right,
So
yeah.
Khalil was like, "Oh, let me learn you something about all this situation." Yeah, so
I cannot understand somebody that doesn't believe in the Christian God or
well, Knock, to be fair, we could fill a fucking warehouse with the things you don't understand.
God of Abraham to pick Islam, and you're supposed to be logical.
Like an opening of the box and be like, oh, well, there's the demonstrable evidence for God. It's more of an intellectual change. It's more of I would say, an epistemological change.
I don't understand why that was funny.
What was that about? Why did that happen? Why was that a thing right there?
I don't know.
Just more of I would say, an epistemology.
Who knows?
What?
To be honest, I think they're just trying to take a piss of him.
Why? But why could it take a piss of such a mundane thing? Isn't
that how you pronounce it?
Is this made by Chris LaSala? Like, is this who did this? Because that's a Chris LaSala move. Oh, let me try and find a singular moment where someone may have potentially misspoke with an inappropriate grammar or a particular word usage.
How do you?
No, he said it correctly.
Epistemological. I don't know what what did he say?
That's what he said.
No, maybe it follows through and talks about something. I'm not sure.
Epistemology. Why is this a thing? Epistemology. What is the issue? I guess I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong here.
Hold on. Epistemological.
Does the person making the video maybe not know what epistemology is? Is that possible?
Possibly. Look at this. It's the TOE part instead of it should be a TEM. So he mildly mispronounced maybe the word.
Oh, for God's sakes. Okay,
I just played the
again, that's like a Chris LaSala thing to like try and think that this is like a W or something like that.
Dude,
it's not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha, guys. It's what it is. What it is it reeks of desperation because you don't have the mental faculties to find anything substantive.
Everyone, just for a quick second, put on your fucking piss swilling atheist hat here for a second, and just think: this guy's been accused of fucking kids. Oh, what can I really get him with? He mispronounced the word once. Retard.
Well, and to be clear, really only accused of fucking one kid, you know.
What are you, retarded? So I know you're not retarded, but what are you, Down syndrome?
Wait, was it touching, molesting, fucking, like one time, 20 times, 150 times?
Nobody actually knows for sure or gives a shit. It's just this guy has a funny hat, and so he's a baby raper.
You fucking baby raper! You fucking baby raper!
No, I remember
that. I have a lot I wish I could say about that. I know Will does too. I do. How long are we sworn to secrecy on that, William? Like, what can we?
I don't fucking know, because the bitch took off in the middle of the night,
and I mean the video was never made or released or at all. Was it made and not released, or was it never made? I don't
look. As far as I know, the video exists, and it's just cast to the fucking ether.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. I get it. No, I know exactly what we're waiting for. Okay, never mind. I get it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the fucking second coming.
No,
I think
I'm gonna come.
You have to let you kind of have to let the legal process do its thing before you can do anything in the realm
to do whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, you have to let a legal process go through before you can contend in the court of public opinion. It's just unfortunately how things go.
After the Eliza Blue thing, and I was at a red light for too long, therefore trafficking, and all the other fucking bitches and their gay shit and their fucking lies. Like, I don't fucking know what's real anymore. Like, I called Smokey last night and we were on the phone talking about this shit. It's like, well, how do you know that it's not AI? You know what I mean? How do you know anything's not AI now that AI is like a thing that anyone can pay $11 for?
Yeah, it's kind of ruined any type of sense of, I guess you would say, like, confidence in certain things that we used to have a lot of confidence in. Like, we could have a clip of praise saying that he fucks his mother. It doesn't mean he ever said it, right, but we can manifest that into reality, so I mean, you can't trust almost anything you hear in clip form unless it's like live. It's basically your only option.
No, Olive, absolutely fucking not. It's your fucking turn to wash, mama. Last time I washed her, she threw her diarrhea at me, and I got pink eye for a whole fucking month. She ruined my good wife beater during that whole fucking fiasco, too. That horny cunt tried to fuck me, and pert near ripped my fucking shirt clear off. She probably thought I...
I'm not going to play the whole thing because it goes on.
Well, see, case in point. You can't really put
that wasn't very convincing, but we could have. I could have just the most convincing way to replicate somebody physically is to just do a face swap and then dress up as the person, and then you could throw a green screen on there or whatever. Whatever the fuck you want to do, man.
I'll just say one thing, Will and Smokey. The issue with all of that was he kept saying he's not going to take a plea deal. That's what he kept pushing for. We're going to take it to court, go fund me, yada, 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 right? So that was the big thing. And then what did he do? He ended up taking a plea deal.
And you know what?
Okay, so
here's the situation.
You want to do it? Because we're going to say the same thing.
Okay, well then you do it, and I'll fill in what you missed. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, because he was probably allegedly looking at this thing going, okay, I've got a pretty good shot of beating this in court because the evidence doesn't actually make any fucking sense at all. However, I'm with the way things are in the court system and the way the things that I've been charged with, I'm not even looking at a 50-50 shot, even if I'm in the right. So I can see my kids in 10 years or possibly never at all. And that's like the too long didn't read version of the mental calculation I think he made allegedly in my
He's a smart guy, don't get me wrong. But up until even the final week, he was pushing hard. I'm not going to take a plea deal, yada, yada. Like,
yeah, he was
it's throughout
probably
the video,
in
anyway.
Minecraft denial. So.
I don't know, maybe.
It was just first of all, Khalil is a sharp guy, and he's also very pragmatic, like some of us tend to be. So, when you take a full scope of the environment and you realize this is the one crime you can be charged with that you will definitively in no way, shape, or form get a fair trial.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one crime where the moment the accusation is placed, everyone automatically assumes guilt. It's just, and so the deck is automatically stacked against you. Now, sadly, our corrupt politicians and also our corrupt judiciary and certainly the corrupt district attorneys take advantage of that. Now, they know they're taking advantage of that. They know they're relying upon a lack of due diligence, due process, and evidence in order to get these across, and they don't care. They still do it anyway.
Let me just give you.
Real quick. In fact, many times, even if you provide.
Carl died.
Oh, did I die?
For a second.
Okay. Even if you do provide definitive, demonstrable, exonerating evidence to your benefit, they will still push to put you away based upon the narrative alone of, they might not be a victim the way they say they are, but they're claiming to be a victim. So they are, therefore people are just going to believe that they're a victim and they're going to side with them. Because we have this culture that is currently doing that. It's evil, it's sick, it's wrong, it's obtuse, it's satanic, it's anti-biblical, it's immoral, and yet it's that easy to get all the Christians to go along with it.
Case in point, check this out. So when there was an inkling in the air, when they were like, oh, look at the mugshot, everyone was like, yeah, he's a Muslim, so he's probably a kid fucker, including Sam Shimon, who, by the way, backed other people up when similar accusations were made, but only when they were Christian. So it was really like what he was looking at was the litmus test of the internet. And he was probably going, well, let's pretend that any random, 12 people in my fucking side chat right now are the people who will be adjudicating my case on a fucking, jury trial basis. I'm fucked.
Exactly.
They've decided that I was guilty before they've heard any of the fucking evidence.
Exactly.
I can't, he can't fucking say anything about it, so he can't even defend himself.
If they can't prosecute you on a narrative, if they can't prosecute you on evidence these days, they will still attempt to prosecute you on narrative. And and they're getting accustomed to that working, because the sick, sadistic, satanic culture has bought into the Me Too movement, believe all women. And so even if they're proven to be a liar on the stand, which many of them end up being, there is still a chance that guy can get sent away for the rest of his life. So it becomes
Oz, that fucking atheist cunt. He got accused of touching some fucking girl, and you know, the atheist community curled up his fucking snatch.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
and Knock was probably the only person that was like, yeah, it's probably fine. And it's like, yeah, well, if it was somebody was accusing a fucking 16-year-old or inappropriately touching a 17-year-old or whatever the fuck. You would have looked like a fucking pedophile apologist, even if he didn't do it. Because
I'll give you a short thing just from this doco, the accusations, right? I think there was a point where one of his ex-colleagues speaks about Khalil being like a full-on blown like meth junkie, right? There's that. That's not provable. It's very hard to prove. The other point is, which is correct, I would say that Khalil lies a lot. Right, maybe he's like a compulsive liar, and there's back-to-back clips on what he did with the military and stuff like that. So that's true, because that's obviously kept changing his story, whatever. So what's argued in this whole close to 2 hour, 1 hour and 40-minute doco? He was a junkie. He's a compulsive liar. He's got mental illness. He got, pushed to hold to Islam. Then, he got pushed to sort of draw this narrative, false accusations, yada yada. He had a missus at a time. She pushed the GoFundMe. Then he pled. Took the plea deal, and that's it. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'm just summarizing it for you, roughly. Right, the only thing I take from that is that he was a liar. That's all. Like, he lied a bit. That's all. Does that mean he's going to be lying about this? Not necessarily, right? But it's sort of a pattern.
When somebody's accused of fucking a kid or whatever, it's hard to be the guy on the other side, even if you know he if he's a friend of yours or whatever, because there is this other guy who's supposed to be running his channel that I don't know if he is now or whatever, that was on his side. It's hard to be that fucking guy that knows intimately the family and the situation and the ins and outs and the what have yous, and knows all the paperwork and the case, etc. It's hard to be that guy who can't fucking say anything, know the whole fucking story, and sit there and just watch all this fucking shit, and then try to do the best you can for that fucking person. And that probably goes the same for his whole fucking family. So it's like I don't know what it's hard to be that guy that tries to say something, because then you just look like you're a fucking pedophile apologist, and nobody gives a fuck what the reality of the situation is.
No, they don't. And the whole system, including the culture at large, has completely become detached from prioritizing truth anyway. It's everyone wants to believe the comfortable delusion. This is why my iconic line is so incredibly important and still holds true, that people will believe whatever they want to believe. The people in this environment that we deal with and talk to, these are not people that are making pragmatic, logical decisions. These are people who are going wherever their emotions sway them, wherever they feel is right, or wherever they think is right. There's no real good, solid, logical justification for most of what they believe. They just believe whatever delusion is the most comfortable. And I hate that. I despise that component of our culture, because it is what is allowing the government and the judiciary to run amok, making a mockery of justice and decency and ethics.
If you're the right kind of person, and what I mean by that is you're woman, you're black, you're the right kind of religious minority. If you're the right kind of person, you can accuse anybody of anything, and you will automatically be disbelieved based on the antithesis of that. So straight white males, usually, generally. And so, like, if you're the guy who woke his wife up in the middle of the night and asked her for a blowjob, and she performed the act, and the next morning she wakes up with a little bit of fucking jism on her chin, and it's like, I was raped, then you're a rapist. Congratulations. And you know what? That's actually a true story from somebody who's unrelated, that nobody knows, but that's a true story from somebody that we know. And it's like, what it's like, okay. And then there's the guy who, that guy's a sex offender, and so's the guy who pissed in public. And then there's guys who fuck kids that actually like fuck kids. And then there's like some guy fucking, banged a meth whore one time and fucking like went down to Skid Row and was like, hey, $20 if you let me fucking, whatever. And then there's also the guy that we talked about many times who got this girl was in a bar. She had a fake ID. She said she was 18 or 21 or whatever the fuck it was. And it turned out not to be true. And he had to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law in the UK. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, the UK one. Yeah, she was actually 14, snuck into a bar, was so convincingly old enough that she got served drinks all night. Guy picks her up, takes her home, had a fake ID, picks her up, takes her home, hooks up with her. Mom finds out the next day, throws a fit, and has the guy prosecuted. He was no wiser nor than was anyone else in the bar. And now he's away for 20 fucking years.
Even with consent in an ID that you assume is real, like, how do you know? You don't. Except for
and the judge apologized to him. He's saying he wished he didn't have to do this because it wasn't in the scope of justice to do this to him. Judge actually apologized before sending him away for 20 fucking years.
Yeah, Guru Lady right now is the only one in this room with us that doesn't have currently some kind of invisible sword of Damocles hanging above her head, because she's a woman and nobody will ever accuse her of rape. And if they do, it'll never be taken seriously. See, that's why Carl goes on and on about fucking women all the time and how much he hates the whole fucking breed, because they're the only ones who walk around all day long with absolutely no fucking sword of Damocles above their head, related to a prison sentence that they could get for something that they did that was either totally legal or didn't know because they lied about their fucking age or whatever 20 fucking years ago or whatever the fuck it is. Now, every other man in this room knows that there's some girl, you don't have to say obviously, but there's some girl or maybe even a guy that like at some point could like say they did something and stitch them up. Everyone except for Guru in this fucking room lives with that every day in, day out. And the best you can do is just don't think about it so you don't have a complete fucking compulsory panic attack, curl up in the fetal position, and die of horrendous Jewish diarrhea.
God, I feel like I should apologize for even being on this panel.
No, I don't mean it to break your balls, but I know that you said something either last stream or the stream before where it's like, man, I wish Smokey didn't go on about women all the time. But that a lot of men feel like that about women because it's a constant, like, just having a past relationship puts you at risk for things that you did or didn't do that were perfectly legal or didn't even happen. Because it's just,
bro. I know a guy here, right? Mind you, I know of the situation, and this was like when I was really young, right? So my cousin told me about this. This guy's in our community here. Same thing happened to him. The girl was underage, came to a club. Him and his brother picked her up, whatever. Nothing went down like crazy. Say like maybe first base, whatever. Dropped her off home. Next day, he's on Crime Stoppers. Like TV, like if you know this guy, call him. Hundreds of people called from my community, right? What the girl accused him of? Oh, he did this to me. He did this to me. Oh, he the R word. He done that. He done that. He done this. And then this guy's like in jail now, like in the holding cell, being recorded. He's like, no, mate. She told me she was at this place. She was 18 or 19 or whatever she claimed. After all of it, both the girls started crying. They lied. They admitted that they lied, and they dropped charges, bro. They let him be. This guy's now married. He's got kids. No dramas.
He got lucky. He got lucky.
What happened to the girl?
I reckon, but hey,
what happened to the girl? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely nothing. I guarantee.
Zero. Yeah, that's the other thing too.
That pisses me off. I'm sorry to say.
That's why women, and again, sometimes men, but primarily women, can do stuff like that because they know at the end of it they're not going to get charged because they lied. They can make up whatever they want. They can, it's basically tantamount to a defamation suit at that point, at the very least, and that they'll never be prosecuted. I mean, like, see, like Amber Heard, that was the one, or like Eliza Blue, or Mattress Girl, or we could go on and on all fucking night about these women who hit the public eye, who turned out they were lying about literally everything, and then they admit it in front of God and everybody. Look at the fucking broad that stitched up Toby Turner, Tobuscus. He was a content creator primarily for children and middle school kids and some high school kids with middle school sort of personality traits, you know what I mean, like maturity level. And he made funny little videos where he did literal trailers for videos, and like fucking Bethesda even picked it up, and like he was making lots of money. He rags to riches story. And so all it took was one bitch saying, this dude touched me at a fucking party, and his whole life was fucking destroyed. And I even talked to him on Twitter. Like, we were in a Twitter space together talking, and then he messaged me on Twitter, and we had a little short discussion. I'm like, this is fucked up, right? And yeah, so like I know people in the business that have fucking had this shit done to them, and it's absolutely fucking disgusting. But there's a lot of women that don't understand that.
Even the Rick and Morty guy, what's his name?
Justin Roiland.
Justin
Yeah,
Roiland.
he's been written out of season 7.
They've kicked him off. They kicked him off of the show.
They kicked him off of his show after the bitch dropped the charges and said he didn't actually do anything.
Like both Hulu and Adult Swim are like, nah, we don't care. They kicked him off.
Yes.
Well, even in exoneration, you're still considered guilty. This is
what I'm saying. Is it just goes on and on and on.
I think my cousin even has the tape recording of the holding cell, right? Because apparently it was really funny. Because this guys are really rough. He's like, what do you mean what I did? Like, he's like that woggy Aussie accent, It was pretty funny, apparently. So if I ever get it for Will and Smokey, I'll show you this one day.
I mean, if you want me to play it, we could even play it someday. If that's
not publicly, but just so you guys, I'm not talking out of my ass. No, we don't have. You know what I mean? No, because even me, bro, I'll be honest with you. I agree with you, boys. If someone's accused, like you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? True or false, you're fucked. But he definitely got away with it. I know that for a fact.
And there's a meta point to that, Neb, that really I wish it was understood better by Christianity as a whole, because then we wouldn't have this problem. But there's a massive issue inside the culture, and it's extremely reminiscent, if not identical, to the exact same perversion that Christ spoke against the Pharisees about. And what that is it's judging things not by actuality, but by technicality. So the inability to be able to discern properly, like who is an actual predator, they simply go off of a set of, ambiguous, kind of seemingly unjustified technical positions, technically age differences, technical ages, people mature at different rates, and yet they still hold this technical, line in the sand, and anyone that is technical,
everyone's granddad's a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, it's all arbitrary, and it's all by technicality. So what happens is you're just ruining a bunch of people's lives, labeling them as rapists, and they're not in actuality. And maybe even just by a minor technicality, they might have done something potentially wrong. Maybe even just completely in ignorance. They're still considered this thing be a technicality. Now, that technicality, that method of discerning law and ethics, that is the exact satanic perversion that Christ condemned the Pharisees for. judging everything via technicality instead of actuality. That's why they brunted heads about picking the wheat on the Sabbath or healing on the Sabbath and all of this, because the Jews were looking at it through pure technicality. They were not seeing the essence of the law. They were not seeing the core of the morality of the law. In fact, they were using the law to do immoral things. And our modern culture and judiciary is doing that exact same thing. It's satanic, which is why no Christian worth their salt or claiming their faith is worth anything should support any of this noise. It's all horseshit and it's all satanic.
Yeah, 100%. I'd even say, like, it's insulting to God because we are the representations of God. We bear his image and a sense of likeness. And for us to act, in this sort of low caliber, it's like, don't do that. God's given you such faculties to act as such,
And to let you guys know, one of the projects that William and I are going to partake, and part of what William and I are doing right now is a lot of planning. Because like when I started my channel, I just threw it together and started doing it. But the next phase, we actually are putting a bit of planning into. And we're talking about it regularly. And there is a desperate need inside the culture, and dare I say also the manosphere, which has really just become just as disgusting as the feminist sphere. I mean, if you look at the manosphere, what is it all about? Making your money, banging your hoes, getting wealthy, being selfish. There's no honor in it. There's no integrity.
Well, it's like that in the feminist sphere too.
Yeah, exactly. It's all just a bunch of immoral, disgusting noise. And what is desperately needed in that sphere of influence is a sense of honor and integrity and morality, which is notoriously missing from all of these commentary channels. Anything from Kevin Samuels to the whatever podcast, absolutely none of it is actually providing anything of actual intrinsic value to the benefit of society.
I have one for you, but I'll share it in private for you boys.
Yeah, no, that's the thing about Andrew Tate too. It's like on the one side of his mouth, he's like, you got to break free of the matrix. You got to get money to protect your family, and you get married, get your Bugatti or whatever the fuck. And then, but on the other side of his mouth, he's running a fucking cam girl site.
Yeah, and why is the
That's how he made his fucking money.
Why is the aspiration to get a Bugatti instead of purchasing a community of entry level housing that you can, offer to people? Why is the Bugatti somehow seen as a higher moral prerogative than doing something that actually benefits anyone other than yourself? This is what I hate.
He says, he basically in an interview with, I forget what the fuck his name is. He's some foreign guy who moved to the States. I forget. He was in this interview and he said, well, my money insulates me from normal people problems. So like my kids don't have to go to public school. They get a private education, or they can be educated by like me and my brother Tristan. And it's like, okay, that's great. But what about the fucking rest of us? Because we can't all be fucking billionaires like you. That's not enough money on the fucking
planet.
Think about
Patrick David's interview with him?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, Patrick Bet David. That's right.
Yeah. But you got to understand, for, like, obviously, he's secular, this Tate dude. And then he goes to Islam, and Islam's view is, if you're rewarded on earth, he will then be rewarded in Jannah.
I don't know why the fuck he went to Islam. His brother's Christian, his father's Christian, raised him fucking Christian.
Bro, he went to Saudi, bro. It's money, bro. What do you mean? They treat him like a king and they give him passes.
That's why.
Yeah,
because of the fucking Saudis. Okay.
Yeah. Right, don't you, like, even Cristiano Ronaldo, right? He goes to Saudi Arabia. You're not allowed to have a girlfriend. You have to be married. Right? They're like, no, for you, Habibi, you have exception. Come here, you, Cristiano Ronaldo. Come here. No problem. They let him stay with his missus, bang his missus.
Yeah, he did talk a little bit about that. I remember that now.
Yeah, right. So, yeah.
I have a feeling that there's some people who looked at the thumbnail and was like, oh, is it Brett Kane again? No, I think people got disappointed. Oh, well. fuck it. Me and Smokey joked around about a thumbnail with because the fucking movie or whatever, which by the way isn't coming out anymore. The Snow White movie, it's not happening. But anyway, like we were joking about it, and I made that image, and then I threw this stream together because we didn't know what night was gonna work the best. So, for the AI in Minecraft.
Before you forget, we'll send the Discord link on this chat, not on the YouTube one. On this one.
Yeah.
I'll
Let me
join
get rid
you,
of
bro.
this so I can navigate.
Cheers, bro.
Fuck me. Yeah, we gotta do I'll send you the one to where we're all at anyway. We have 2 Discords. One's the private one, and one's the public one. We'll get
Well, you
to
still don't trust me yet, cunt. Huh?
No, I do. We just have formalities.
Okay. Fair.
I mean, Q's in. Q knows the fucking ringer that he went through for that whole fucking thing.
I think I was in that one. I think a while ago, but it was like not active from memory.
Yeah, no, there's a process to get in, man.
I have to load up the fucking. I'm trying to get Discord to load right now. So, oh god, even with the AC, it's a million fucking degrees in here.
Dude, it's fucking nice outside tonight for once.
Not here.
Yeah, I bet.
Here it's every fucking degree. Oh, did Guru dip?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, yeah, it's to install updates. Well, we're gonna be here for a minute then.
So I walk away for like a week and I miss a whole bunch of shit, huh?
No, not really. I was gone for like 2 weeks off the internet anyway. Installing updates. Yeah, it's going.
Patreons will get a tour of my eventual studio. You're gonna love it.
I'm gonna move into the studio for a stream one day at the end of the month here. I don't know what day. Let me see what a good day is. We're still trying to come up with a name for the fucking podcast portion because it'll still be under the Kink Inc., but it's gonna be something different because it's gonna look completely different. It's gonna feel more like low era streams with more planned out sort of constructive bits and things like that. Giving myself the rest of the month to sort of put everything together will also be a bigger advantage to this particular podcast too. So,
and just to make note is I said from day one, and William will back this up because I just want to put this out there. I said from day one, Khalil will take a plea. And even when he was saying he was going to fight and he was going to take it to court and he was going to prove his innocence and all this, I knew that eventually he was going to, because this is what the system is forcing people to do. You have a massive number of people, probably more, if you even knew how many are falsely accused and still end up being penalized. You would be disgusted with the system and all of your support of it. Because I think it's far more frequent than the system has gotten very good at padding charges to try and send you away for 30 or 40 years, then offering you a deal of some probation or 5 years in prison and getting you to just say yes, even if you're innocent, for the sake of, simplicity and ease and to just get a conviction without a trial. The system has found a way to instigate guilt inside even the innocent and to do so effectively. And they all play this game and they're not even hiding it anymore. It's very blatant that they're playing this game. And yet everyone seems to be perfectly fine with it because it's not affecting them. Well, it will come for you. It will come for you eventually. If it doesn't get fought and stopped, it'll come for you. It'll come for your brothers, your sons, your daughters, your mothers, your fathers, your uncles, your nephews. It'll come for one of them, or it'll come for you yourself. And you will regret that you supported the satanic morality of the state.
Hooray. I posted the link in the private for you there, Neb. All right, I think we're about ready to wrap up. Carl and I will probably go to our private call after this.
Yeah, sure.
The smoke break situation.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I want to call the new podcast. I know that the new studio setup looks like a cigar lounge or a bar or both. So something like that.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna figure out what day is best for this month to start that because I'm about ready to do it. 30th. Probably the 28th, 29th. Oh no, Thursdays don't work. Yeah, it'll have to be the 29th. Do you have anything going on the 29th, Carl?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right.
I think actually, I think the last couple weeks of this month are actually going to be relatively quiet. I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff around the house done.
I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing with my kid at the end of the month. Getting ready for Halloween because he's a little boy and he likes dressing up in the costumes. He went as a vampire last year, so I don't know what we're doing this year. We have to discuss
Charmander. He should be Charmander or something.
I don't think my wife wants to do matching costumes again, and I don't think she's fitting to do all that there, as it were, in the immortal words of Steve Harvey.
It would be great to see you dressed up as Ash and your kid as Charmander. I think that would be adorable.
I have all that shit. I actually have to lose weight. Oh, yeah, I'm on calorie restrictions now. I looked at my weight, and as far as like how I actually wear my weight, it doesn't look bad, right? However, I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I'm a fat fucking shit now. So I went and I did a calorie restriction, and I've been on that for a couple of days. I rolled 2 D4s. I roll a D4 to find out how many days from the beginning of my fucking shit I'm going to do a fast for, and then I roll another D4 to find out how many days it's going to last. Because I figure 4 days on a juice fast is about as much as I can fucking handle at this stage of my fucking obesity. I mean, I don't look like Jorn or anything, but like I don't want to get to the point where I've got a Dunlap, my fat Dunlapped over my penis.
It's funny when I say John, you're always like, John who? And then I'm like, Jorn, and you know who I'm talking about.
Well, because I have childhood friends that are named John. I have 2 of them. Yeah. I've got JT and JP, and I call them both John. So I have to say Jorn. Stop naming your kids John. It's fucking annoying. There's too many of them.
Great.
Yeah, great at baptisms, not so great at parties. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. But before I go, I just wanted to say one more fucking thing. I got beef with the Boy Scouts of America. Fuck you, you fucking baby rapers. Fucking negotiate your contracts correctly. Stop fucking ruining everyone's Renaissance fair. You fucks. Kill yourself in Minecraft.
You fucking baby raper! You fucking baby raper!
Great shout out, William.
You're welcome. Bye.